Check out this room over here. Look at the nature of the window as it is. It seems like it has been eaten so much by the ants, and the woods are decaying. It's an old house. Now, for those who have been living in Mombasa, I hope you understand how a Swahili house look like. Mostly, it is massive, so big, squared. It has a big corridor inside and several rooms that are adjacent to each other and opposite to each other that opens. Then at the very end, there's a toilet that is a shared toilet, whether two or maybe three, and sometimes with a bathroom, but on a different section. So these kind of houses tend to live a community like father. That's just a family members, father, mother, and sons, daughters. So each one have kind of room, separate rooms. Huh? So for this case, this is just an example of that Swahili house, and it is in Mombasa, somewhere near Bamburi. It's a very old house, as you can see. You see a lot of crevices, and the sockets are old, and the usage was for rental. So, like this one, you can see this room. Someone just vacated it recently, a few days, not barely even a week, but just a few days. But now we have decided to do a bit of renovation and make it. It's a single room measuring 14 feet by 14 feet, quite squared, and the walls are totally ragged. Totally ragged. It's an old house, as you can see. Even at some point when you check up there, the iron sheets have holes that passes that lets in rainwater, and and look at the floor as well. The floor is quite tattered and broken. Now we are going to change this house and make it and create it from single room to a bed sitter. A bed sitter, other people may call it. We do, many other people call it studio rooms, huh? A studio apartment. But now we're going to make it a bed sitter, and in my opinion, we shall be using as an Airbnb later on. So, but we are embarking on designing it to a bed sitter. So the house is well positioned. It's just very quiet on the road, as in when I go out there, the tarmac road is just the other side. Yeah, when you just get out of the gate, it is a tarmac road that goes all the way to Mshomoroni and connects to Mombasa town. And there is a cab road that goes down to Bamburi, and you can also divert the other side and go to Mombasa town using that route. But we're just here at a place called Concordia. Um, this is what we're gonna do. So let's check out more of the building. Like, kama utataka kuongea na hao utaniambia ndio ongea nao baadaye, but in the meantime I'll just share this video. So let me show you also. So these are the places. Huko. Yeah. This is another room. Hii room ni size, same size na ile hapa yenye nabomolewa. This one iko same size. The only room that is a bit smaller ni hii hapa. Hii ukienda chooni sasa. Yeah, hapa ndio iko kadogo. Very small in size. Inakaa jamaa fulani hapo ndio anakaa ndani. That will make them zikuwe bedsitter. What about these other toilets? Ama uta expand. Ulisema kuna rooms zinafaa ziunganisha. Now this one is the smallest one. Hii hapa yenye iko karibu na choo. So maybe the rest will be bed sit alafu iko one bedroom. I don't know because this one is just small. Maybe ukimerge, you could be deciding to merge this one na umerge na hii hapa katikati hii ya mlango huu wa kwanza on the right, on the left ukiingia na main door. So unaweza zimerge kwa sababu sincerely speaking this one is smaller. Yeah. So hapo kuna choo. Sijui kama ukiweka bedsitter sasa inamaanisha choo zitaondolewa, but I don't know the whole format ambayo hao wana work nayo. This is the nature, a bit of cobwebs huko tunanga ceiling. Hiyo ndio that is the truth. Taa ndani hakuna, but za chooni waziko. Taa za chooni haziwezi kosa. Kule juu is where kuna ceiling, mlango wa nje. Na hii mlango sijui kama inaweza badilishwa iwe kwa chuma, unaona vile imechapa. Imechapa kweli, unaona hizo tundu zote. Mbaya sana. Alafu huku ni kwa choo lakini hakunanga tiles. Unaona vile kuko. It's dark but I'm trying to consolidate the lights from outside ili tupate a clear view. Oh yeah, there we go. Hapo kuna bafu. Kuna bafu hapo iko na stains kama zote. Maji haifanyi obviously, alafu tuende njoo hapo tuko. Bafu nyingine hapo zifunguangwi. Aya, this is the state of the, angalia kwa floor. Hii ndio floor ya bafu. Ndio hiyo up to uko juu. So choo hapo naona zinafungwa. Hawa wanafunga choo. So choo hii yenye iko hapo imefungwa. Alafu hiyo pande hii hii ndio naona haijafungwa, but kwa hivyo that's how it is. This is a shared kitchen here. Imekuwa neglected kama nini. Fully neglected. Mtu anaeka hapa tu vitu zake, mitungi nini na nini. Na hiyo sink bado iko usable. Japo haina outlet. Haina penye inapeleka maji nje. Ilikuwa disconnected. Iliondolewa. So there we go. That's the true picture of here. Veranda ya ndani. Oh, so these are the doors zimefungwa maanake ziko na watu. And this is how the interior side works. Hii pia imefungwa, iko na mtu. Hii pia inaweza kuwa bed sitter. Let me say like hii ni kubwa inaweza kuwa bed sitter independently, itakuwa bed sitter if you have chosen that way. Then hii nayo as you've started, but hii nyingine the only thing you can do maybe ni kuweka one bedroom if you can merge two rooms at a go. I think this one is the culprit hapa because hii inashikana na ile ndogo pale, so you can have like one bedroom. But then I had one client, I think one or two, wenye alikuwa ananiuliza about one bedroom. One, yeah, two. Mko na nyumba iko na one bedroom hapa ndani? Nikamwambia hapana, kuna la shida na kuanga hapo kwa maji. Na maji, kuna maji huku. Sasa hapo ndio unashangaa utamjibu aje sasa. It's a bit complicated. Now that is it. Hii gate ilitengeneza. Ilipakwa rangi vizuri. That is it. So wacha tuende upande huu mwingine wa the business side. Here and the work just began yesterday. As you can see, the toilet walls has been raised, well positioned, and the other section remaining is for the kitchen tub. Now we just got rid of the ceiling because it's a very old ceiling, and as you can see, very deep, very deep in the iron sheet. So you can observe that there is a number of holes in the iron sheets, trying to imply that the iron sheets are also old and they require attention in terms of replacing them. And this room has got two windows. The other window that I was filming the other day has been detached, and we are remaining with this other window that points on the road. So it's quite aerated zone. It's a house that has enough of ventilation. So the job is ongoing now, and um, yes, yes. So this was the window that I was filming. So the toilet section has been uh, has been raised a few inches from the same window. So I'm sure this room is going to serve very good purpose of Airbnb, and providing like this area is a tourist hub. Mombasa is generally a tourist hub. We don't plant maize here. We don't plant kind of vegetation or maybe cash crops here. So Mombasa highly, like 70%, depends so much on tourism, and so figuring our mind in providing accommodation for visitors, I think is the way to go, and that's one thing that I came in my mind. I know this entire building has been housing uh, tenants for quite a long time because it was constructed way back in 1990s, around 1995, and the owner just used it as his as her home by that time. And then she's a businesswoman. She has been moving along a lot, and it has been under the management of the management of the supervisors at a number of companies. People have been changed up since then, and now I think we're going to do a good job here. And then we still have tenants inside. Uh, they're there, a number of them, but we've been told that they're going to be given notice if one of them or a few of them are going to manage the prices that you're going to impose after rectification. Then we shall be letting them re-register and rent the rooms because they'll be in different formats, and we're going to change the prices as well. So it's not going to be like before, whereby I've heard that they used to pay 3,000 per room actually, and the only thing they used to have to lack some amenities like water. We do have tap water just outside them, very functional. The meter is working, but the owner decided not to give them water because they default in terms of paying the water bills, and they risk disconnecting the same water. So that's why we kind of said no for the water. And so they've been getting water from the neighborhood around. So it has been 3,000 flat the rooms, but no water, and the electricity here is shared. So that's a bit quite odd. So as we are going to do rectification, we are going to make sure like electricity, every room has got their own meter and their own the electricity is quite independent to every room. So it's going to be okay, not like the way they used to be. And then the security here has been a bit appalled because We just did repainting, and we also did a bit of repairs on the gate so that the gate now is lockable. And remember, the gate is just on the road, on the tarmac road, as you can see. And we've got the parking area just around, just outside there. We have a very big parking area. The gate is just on the road, and the tarmac road that heads to Mwankirunge, and you can divert the other side, go to Bamburi. All these are tarmac roads going to Mishomoroni. The other side is a tarmac road. We call it Kengeleni Road, that runs all across. Tuk-tuks are all over here, and you've got matatu that goes from Shomoroni to the matatus goes from Shomoroni to a place called Omax and heads to Mwembetayari, going to Sabasaba and come back to Mshomoroni. But they not only go from Shomoroni, but they come all the way uh, to a place called Usainderi, that is the other far side, or a junction that goes to Kiembeni. So which means this road is just a prime road that if you just get out of the gate, you just catch up with a vehicle, then go to Mombasa town. So it means a hot cake zone here. It's a zone whereby you really cannot miss out in terms of having a house here. So you're going to get to dig another source of water, that will borehole water. It will be just a well, I can say. And this location, the water base is not very far from the top of the ground. So when you just try, if you think about digging a well, you'll barely go beyond 50 feet down there. And okay, what I'm told with this fund is that just 20 feet to 25, at you're already getting water. And then if you want water that's not going to bring problems, or that is going to dry up immediately during now, the best time to have a well dug here around, it's always during summer or during the dry season, because that is the point, that's the time where you can reach the deeper zones where the water is quite reliable and will guarantee you that they're not going to dry up easily. But if you're going to dig a well around in winter season or during the rainy season, then definitely you're going to go very, very few feet, and you're going to get water. And this water is going to be a bit of a problem to you, because you're not going to go deeper and deeper. There'll be so much. But comes the dry season, then that water is going to be, it's not going to be reliable, because they're going to dry up. And that means you have to dig more of it, so that you can get extra water volumes to be able to serve these people. So that is what you're going to be reliable to dig the water. And now someone can ask that this is Mombasa, and what is the nature of water around? Is it saline or maybe salty water? Because we are just not far from the ocean. The ocean is just near there in Bamburi. So the Pirates is not very far from here. Just pay take 100 bob on motorbike, and then you go to Pirates. That is the Pirates Beach. Man, so the water around is quite magical in a way that some homes, when you dig a well, you're going to find salty water around. But well, other places, so it's very, very complicated here, because some homes, when you kind of dig a well, you will be getting salty water. While other homes, it could be even the neighboring home, you're going to get water that is not very salty, that the content of salt is very low, in a way that some people even drink it, and others even use it in terms of in kitchen and cooking. But other places so salty that you cannot even use it in the laundry. I see. Now, I was told that this location the kind of water we find here has salt, but in minimal cases, very few percentage. That is like 5% to 10%. It means you can just take a comfortable bath with that water. You can a comfortable shower, and then you can even use it in cooking. Yeah. So the only keenness you can take is you observing the flow of water from the neighboring toilets, so they cannot be on the same channel. Uh, so that will be reliable and to be able to supply to the new tenants that you are expecting after after all these repairs that you're doing. So there we go. Let's do a bit of check around and see